Hey, in today's video, we're going to look at setting up a utility-first CSS framework using Sass. So if you don't know what a utility-first CSS framework is, it's basically a concept of instead of writing CSS, you have a lot of predefined CSS classes that just do like one basic thing. So what I mean by that is if I wanted to color the heading, the text color, then I would just say text-red, for example. Or if I wanted to give it some margin on the bottom, I would just say MB-8, something like that. So we're going to see how we can actually do a utility-first CSS framework using Sass. So what I have here is I just have a Laravel installation. I've just cleaned it up a little bit, so we're just printing out a couple of divs with some different lines of text, some different paragraphs, heading, and I cleaned up a little bit of the SCSS boilerplate. So all I'm doing here is I'm just styling some base styles on the body, and I've just cleaned up the variables that Laravel gives us, and I've just left in the colors. So what we're going to try to do first is try to get that idea of text coloring working and maybe background colors. And in the next video following up from this, we'll look at making those responsive. So the first thing I need to do is I need to get all of these colors into a map so I can loop over them. So if I say colors, set that up as a map. And I'll be a good developer and make that a default map so it can be overwritten by users in the future. I'm just going to copy this and paste all of those colors into our map. And go through and select all the lines, and with a little bit of magic, I should just be able to clean this up. Okay, so if I just go like this now, there we go. Alright, so I've got all those colors mapped now. So I've got blue mapping to the variable blue and indigo mapping to the variable indigo. So what I can do now is I can just loop over each one of these colors and just output a class. So in my app.css, I'm importing the variables and I'm importing the colors file. So let's do our work with colors in that colors file. So at the moment it's empty. So all I need to do is I just need to make an each loop. I'm going to loop over the color and the value that's in that map colors. So what I can do here is I can just say, well, I want to say text dash, and then I want to get the color. So I can just say color. And then I'm going to map that through to color, and the thing I'm outputting is going to be the value. So it's going to end up being like text dash blue, and I'm applying the property color with the value, so whatever that hex value is. So if I save that and give it a run and take a look at our compiled CSS, you can see now that we have what we expected. A text dash purple gives a color of purple, and text-orange gives the color of orange. So if I go into my welcome.blade, which is just this page we're looking at here, and give some colors, so maybe text-red, and give that a save, you can see that now we can just color in that heading with red. Text-blue, and maybe text-pink. Great, so that looks like that's all working already, which is wonderful. So let's try to get the background colors working on these divs. So for the background color, I want it to be BG dash something. So we could do like BG dash blue, and BG dash yellow, and let's do like BG dash cyan. Alright, so nothing's happening there, and that's because we don't have those classes built yet. So let's jump back into our colors CSS file, and the first thing we could attempt to do is just copy this each loop and just replace text with BG and color with background color. And it looks like that's working already. But the problem here is that we've introduced another loop that's doing something very, very similar. We can actually achieve this all in the same loop. We can do that just by getting rid of this each loop. And this time, instead of looping over the color map, let's just loop over a new map that we create for those properties. So let's just say each property and the abbreviation of that property in the list. So we're going to make a new list here. And this list is just going to be a key value pair. And the key is going to be the property. So the property is going to be color. And the abbreviation is going to be text. And the second thing in our map is going to be, let's see, the property that we want to target. So it's background color. And we want the abbreviation version of background color just to be BG. So now we're going to loop over this list. So I can copy this loop down into this new loop that we have. And I can just go ahead and replace text with the abbreviation and color with the property. So let's give that a shot. So we want this to be the abbreviation. So that's going to be text dash or BG dash. And color, we want it to be the actual prop. So the prop's going to be color or background color. So we can give that a save now, and it compiles, and everything looks like it's still working. So if I go back into my welcome blade, then I can change some of these colors. So maybe this one can be text yellow, and the background can be green. Great. So it looks like that's still working. So in the next video, we're going to try to figure out a way where we can get these working responsively. Because at the moment, if we just say, I want the background to be green, it's going to be true for all different device widths. But we want the ability to be able to say, well, I want the text to be a certain color at a certain device width. So in the next video, we'll look how to solve that problem.